Welcome back to my channel. Over time, the soil in the pot may not provide enough nutrients for your plant. For this reason, we have to change the soil and the pot. In this video, I will also show you the intricacies of repotting. The first thing we need to pay attention to is that our new pot should be larger than our old pot, so that our repotting is beneficial. Make sure that the drainage hole of your new pot is open. Drainage is a study carried out to remove water by natural or artificial means. It is the process of controlled removal of excess water from the desired area to increase the soil's fertility. In this pot, the drainage holes are open, but if they are not open, you can use a screwdriver to open them like this. You can create holes with gentle taps. When it comes to the dryness of the soil, your plant that will be repotted should be watered 2 days in advance. Do not water the plant one day before or on the day of repotting. When we change our plant's pot and soil, we will proceed with the watering process. Let's definitely give vitamins to our flowers while watering, because our plant will need this vitamin to be able to love its new soil in its new place. Now, let's talk about how we will remove our old plant from its pot. We catch our flower around with our index and middle fingers. We're tapping the pot a bit. It's stuck. It's not coming out. It's really stuck. This time, tap the edge of the pot against a hard surface. And you can easily separate the soil from the pot. That came out easily. There are also flowers that don't come out easily. Then you'll need to pull the flower upwards without damaging it. If that doesn't work, you can cut it. If you cut the pot like this, separate it, and take your flower out without damaging the roots. Check the roots of our plant. It might be in the old soil. Reduce some of the soil around the roots to protect against diseases. This process ensures the healthy growth of the plant. Cut off any dead or rotten roots and loosen the roots a bit. Leave a little bit of soil. You don't need to clean all the soil. Here, I'm mixing the old soil into the new soil. What's the reason for this? It needs to be fresh and nutrient-rich soil, but we need to use this soil, the new soil, directly. Because if you fill it directly with new soil, it will disrupt the balance of your plant. As you can see here, there were pieces of styrofoam. So, from the inside of the pot, near the drainage lip, you can put stones or pieces of styrofoam so that the soil doesn't wash away when you pour water in. Here, you can also add pumice stone or gravel into the potting soil. This will also allow the soil to breathe. Now we're placing our plant on top of the soil and measuring it. It looks like we need to add a bit more soil. We're going to add a bit more soil. After raising the level up, we'll create a gap in the middle, and then, without damaging the roots of our plant, we put the surrounding soil on it. We're going to start adding Since the soil will settle due to watering, we're gently pressing the soil down with our hands. Then we'll continue to add more soil on top. After placing it in the soil, we need to leave about a 2 centimeter gap. Don't forget this. Don't fill it all the way to the top, and don't leave it too low either. A 2 centimeter gap will be sufficient. We have changed the soil of this plant. We are going to water it now. Then we will place it back in its spot. Now let's move on to our other plants. So this is the Albanian pepper I have in my hand. Look, the pot is much bigger. Why? I explained this in my previous video as well. If you have vegetables like peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers that you are thinking of growing on your balcony, you need to give them a much wider space. It's necessary for the roots to spread better so that it can absorb all the vitamins in the soil and produce better yields. Here we are again with the drainage trays. Let's open it. We will plant our plant using the soil mixture by repeating the same process we did before. I can't pass without mentioning this either. As I mentioned earlier, you need to water the plant after changing its soil, except for the plants that need to be watered for our work. For example, the sword plant and succulent types shouldn't be watered right away. Wait until the soil dries a little depending on its moisture level. After that, you need to water it. For the other plants, we will start the watering process immediately after changing the soil. Here we are doing the same process again. Hold the plant with your index finger and middle finger. We grab it by the stem and turn it upside down. Now, since it's a plastic pot, it will be a bit easier. We'll squeeze it to at least help the soil come out. It came out very easily. Do you see the roots? That's why the peppers on it are this small. It's not growing any bigger. This plant needs a bigger pot. Right away, we'll separate it from the soil. First, we'll loosen the roots. You can also use pebbles or small pieces of wood to create drainage holes from the inside, actually to prevent the soil from flowing out. After doing that, we start filling the soil. By the way, I should mention this. In my next video, I will explain this as well, which plants need a soil change and when. So, in other words, the pot and soil should be changed shortly before the plant enters a period of faster growth than normal. So, we can say it's the first one, before the first glass, but as I said, there are many plants. And which plant needs a soil change, and at what temperatures does it need to be changed? And I will also be posting videos about soil mixtures. If you want to watch these videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And as always now, my videos have become classic. I'm going to use cinnamon powder again. To the roots. Why? I'm going to use cinnamon powder, both to help it grow better and to keep the rodents away from the roots. On your hop, I'm throwing in a bit in the hole I dug. I will apply it to the roots in the same way later. Thank you for watching this video. I'm spreading the roots out well. Cinnamon. So if you place the plants whose pots you've changed in different spots instead of the same place, the plant can also go into shock. And I want to say this, if your home is cool, definitely don't buy plants that have just come out of the greenhouses, or check the soil at the place of purchase, if it's not too humid. And when you bring it home, do not water it for the first 5 days, so that the flower doesn't go into shock. You can start watering it slowly. After that, this also applies to new orchids that come to your home. When you get an orchid, remove those pieces of pine bark on top with tweezers. Let the roots come out a bit, but don't take the pieces or branches at the end of the root. Let them stay. Plants that require constant air, such as cyclamen, azalea and fuchsia, deteriorate when grown indoors. However, if the room is too cool, they won't deteriorate. They're quite good for them. The 11-month flower and begonias, even the indoor varieties, are not very suitable for indoor spaces, but it never stops. If there is air circulation, there won't be any issues inside the house. The 11-month flower and all types of indoor begonias thrive without any problems. So I wanted to share this information as well. To you, as I said, next, in my videos, I will share information about which plant needs to be repotted and when and how it should be watered. Yes, with our Albanian pepper, We changed the soil in the pot. Now we're watering it. You'll water it very generously for the first time. So, water it generously so that water flows out of the drainage hole. After that, you can start watering it regularly again. But your first watering needs to be generous. Pay close attention to this. If you found this video helpful and liked it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to watch my next videos, and make sure to turn on the notification bell.